everyone, it's Tammy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I have some more adult coloring book resources to share with you today. In particular, I'm looking at some adult coloring books I ordered off of Amazon recently. I will put a link to my blog below, and it will have a complete list of Amazon links for you to follow if you're interested in taking a look at any of these. As of the filming of this right now, I don't know how long this special is going to last, but right now Amazon has a buy 3 pay for 2 yeah, buy 3 pay for 2 special on actually lots of books, not just coloring books. But I did get quite a few coloring books because of the fact that basically I'm getting one of them free if I buy 3. And some of these I'm also going to be gifting to people, so I'm not going to necessarily keep all of them. However, a lot of them I will keep, and I'm having a really good time with this new hobby of mine. I will be following this up in the foreseeable future with some information about colored pencils. I'm testing out some different types of colored pencils, and I will let you know what I think about them. But first off, I'm going to talk about some coloring books that were published by a group called Creative Haven. They also have a Facebook group, and so these were very reasonably priced already on Amazon. I think they were around the $5 or $6 range, definitely under $10. So obviously, if you bought a couple of them and the third one was free, you're only paying around $10 to $15, and it was free shipping. The first couple of ones that I'm going to look at are by the same artist, Marjorie Sarnay, and they have a similar theme. This one is Magnificent Mermaids, and the next one I'll look at is called Fanciful Sea Life. So as you would expect with Magnificent Mermaids, there are lots and lots of mermaids in this book. I'm not necessarily going to show you every single page of every single book that I take a look at with you. And in fact, I wanted to mention one of the things that is really cool about Amazon is if you go over to the scroll down and go over to the review section, quite a few people have scanned in pages of many of the coloring books over there. So, and while their images aren't like, you know, perfect where you could rip them off and print them, it's enough to give you an idea what's in the book. So I found that really helpful, and I would recommend doing that if you're thinking about getting these or any other coloring books. So there's like a little intro here. What I like about this is it's detailed, but not like overly detailed. It's not, I mean, there's plenty of detail in here, but it's not to the point that I think is, sometimes I could see getting a little overwhelmed with the amount of detail. Also, the pages are perforated. If you can see that there. So you could pull them out if you did an amazing job and you wanted to frame something, for example. And you can see that they're only one-sided. Now that might be a bummer for some people. I think that's a good idea because if you're using markers or gels, they could bleed through. You probably still, I mean, the paper's pretty decent, but if I were going to use markers on these, I would put a cover paper in between the next image. So yeah, if you like mermaids and you like the ocean, you can see this is just really beautiful artwork. So yeah, so that's Magnificent Mermaids, Marjorie Sarnay, and Creative Haven is the company that makes it. So let's take a look at Fanciful Sea Life. I was concerned that maybe Fanciful Sea Life was going to be too similar to the mermaid book, but not so much. The mermaid book really has a lot of mermaids in it, and the Fanciful Sea Life, I believe there is a mermaid in here somewhere, but there's not tons of, you know, it's definitely sea life. You have a little bit of everything. And so again, I really like this particular book. I think it's nice. It's a good small size that you could carry around. And I think it's a good kind of beginner book. So again, detailed, but not too much. In fact, there's enough white space that if you wanted to add some of your own doodling and some images yourself, you could still do that. So I think that's pretty cool. And then finally, the third Creative Haven book that I purchased was this one called Country Charm. It's by a different artist, Teresa Goodridge. And this I have in mind as a gift for somebody that I think is really going to like this. And same kind of deal. One side is blank and they're perforated pages. They have the inside cover and the back cover are colored if you want some, you know, design coloring inspiration. Now these I think are quite a bit more detailed than the Marjorie Sarnay images. There's a lot of detail in these. I don't see any really spots where you would be able to add, like, look at this goodness. I don't see any place that, if you're the type of person, I know some of the colorists like to add their own images into the colored pages, the coloring pages. I don't really see that as possible in this one. And yeah, but again, I really think it's a beautiful book. I think the person I'm intending to give this to is going to like it. And basically, these 3 books, I ended up getting one of them free when I purchased them all together on Amazon. And again, I don't know how long that special is going to be on, and it's just something to keep an eye out for. Another thing I've noticed, of course, if you've bought books on Amazon, you've seen this too. Sometimes they'll have sort of deals where maybe it's not necessarily you're going to get one free, but if you buy 3 books from a similar publisher, sometimes you will get a sort of a little bit of a discounted rate if you buy all 3. So that is something also to take a look at. But otherwise, yeah, so this one's I'm gonna keep this one. I actually bought an extra copy of this one for me, and then I have a copy I'm going to gift. And then, like I said, the Country Charm one I bought intending to give as a gift. So I think all 3 of these, though, are really good books, a good value, and I look forward to starting to color and practice coloring in some of them. I'm going to have some more coloring books to take a look at and review with you very soon, so just keep an eye out for future videos. And let me know in the comments below what you think about these particular books. Are they themes that you find interesting? Or any of these artists, any of your particular favorite artists here that you like? Have you got any of these books? I'd like to hear about your coloring and crafting experience below. And as usual, I always appreciate a thumbs up. And please subscribe and hit the icon bell so you get notifications. And have a wonderful crafting day.